C.
Welcome back, gamers. This is Eli of the Tiger for Super Happy Attack Team. Got some Widow's Court gameplay today in Control. We are in the zone, beelining it to be my normal strategy. Gonna cap B and talk a little bit about my strategies for Widow's Court and my loadout for my Voidwalker. Had a couple of games on this map the other day, and I did really well on both times using the same strategy. I think it'll work for you, it'll work for anybody. I do go for B off the spawn, and then that's the last time you'll see me on B. Now that's very peculiar to this map. Most strategies, having A or B or C or B is the way to go on most maps. This map is different in that A and C are much closer to each other, and B is set off by itself. So the peculiar nature of this map allowed me to kind of come up with this strategy, and I've been executing it for a while, and I do this solo, and it works pretty well. I have to do a little resource management with these nades. When I get into the engagements, I have the opportunity to have two of them available and one charging at all times. So, if they start capturing C, I will head that way, or I'll try to cap it. Here I throw a nade against the post. Scare them off, finish them off with a bad juju. I don't use the bad juju too often, but I like it. It's good. It's not very powerful, but it helps get your super up fast. And now I have my super, and I can go in here with a little confidence. I didn't want to waste a super on just one guy, so I went ahead and got the trade there. I'd rather hold on to my super and use it in a more advantageous situation. And I think that's important. You don't want to hold on to a super, obviously, for the entire match and just not get the opportunity to use it. But ideally, you'll get a double or a triple kill with a super, or you'll shut down someone else who is supering. Here, I see I've got a good situation. I go ahead and lay down the double down, and this guy is just slightly injured, and I just outshot him. I got headshot on him, and he was having a hard time beating in on me, so I'm able to heal up and get ready for the next engagement. Here I back off and fail. So that's one disadvantage with blinking. Obviously everyone is annoyed by blinking, and it's gotten a lot better since the nerf. You can track people, but there are, on most maps there's opportunities to blink right off the map, which kills time at the very least, and if enemies land shots on you, they will get credit for the kill. So here we only have one flag. The game is, relatively close. My team is winning. They made the mistake of capping A instead of challenging the heavy, and that's just a timing issue, because now that we have heavy, we can recap A easily. So in zone control and control in general, getting caps and then dying immediately, allowing the enemy team to have the spawn or the control of the map right back, is just a worthless endeavor. If at the end of the game you have 9 caps but you went negative and you lost the game, that's why. Capping is not the point. Completely holding the caps is what's most important, especially in zone control. Now for Widow's Court, I love that guy. He likes to just stand still for me while I practice my sniping on him. So now we have A and C. This is an ideal situation for me in this map, because if my teammates need help on C, I'll head that way. I see that I have two teammates on C, and one of them is dead. You can see the skull symbol on the left. I'm kind of controlling the outside area, and then once they get on C, I'm more motivated to move on. Here's a big mistake I made. I throw the nade and only managed to take down the shield. I should have had my sniper rifle out from that position. My machine gun just didn't have the distance to land shots, and he had the advantage with the Mida scout rifle in that position. So I should have either gone in the side door where I would have been closer to the enemy and been able to land my shots with the heavy machine gun, or I should have switched to my sniper rifle. So I made a big mistake there. Coming back on, I don't want to waste my super on these guys unless I can get a double down at the very least. So I'm dropping orbs for my team, which is very useful. I single-handedly kept 3 guys off the flag, away from capping it. They only managed to neutralize it, so we're able to recap it quickly. And I'm just kind of backing off, trying to be unpredictable, jump back on to help capture the flag.
It's yours.
A lot of times, surviving and backing off is the ideal way to go. Now, this time I jump in that same position. I actually have my sniper rifle out, but there was just too many enemies and they had a bubble on the flag. There's no reason to challenge them in that situation and just die and feed them a kill. So I rather pick them off one by one as they come out of that spawn, and once the dome shield is down, then I can worry about capturing the point. So there's no hard and fast rules that you'll always stick to on this map. I do think ideally you go for A and C. However, if your teammates are grabbing B, so be it. You know, you gotta go with the flow sometimes.
Zone B secure.
So now that was just some fancy ducking and weaving. I was injured and lots of enemies around me, just trying to stay unpredictable and get back onto the capture point, which is ultimately more important than getting kills, because we are, again, playing zone control, not regular control, which might as well just be Clash, let's be real.
Zone C captured.
So zone control I love because it is truly objective based, and even though I get really great KDs, my best KD, my best win percentage, my best everything in zone control, just playing tons of control and being an objective player has kind of trained me to think about control and objective in a way that a lot of people don't. And what I've gotten better at this year than previous years is I'm willing to not capture. And choosing when to capture and when not to capture is a big part of this game. And a lot of people don't really think about that. Some people just don't bother with objective at all and go for kills, and other people only go for the objective and aren't able to get kills. And it's really a fine balance between the two. They're a perfect Nova bomb. My teammates had the enemies distracted. I was able to jump out of cover and land the Nova bomb on them without them even realizing that I was there until it was way too late. So that was an ideal scenario for a Nova bomb. Using your supers in a wise and timely manner is what's going to help get your KD and your win percentage up. Too often I still see a lot of players wasting their supers on one kill, and sometimes you can be on the bad end of that. You'll get killed by a super and you're the only person around, just to respawn again and walk into another super and get a nice little death streak going. Here, a perfectly placed grenade that nothing manacles grant me to. I wait for this guy to drop on the ground. He's able to take me out, so I get the trade. So good situation. And, you know, we've really taken away the game here. They put up a good fight, but we managed to hold A and C more often and more longer. You'll notice that I never went to B after the initial cap. I still think getting the B off the initial cap is a great idea, because at least you get those points for having the 2 captures, and then while they're wasting time capping B, you go and cap it to C or A or whatever you need to capture, and then to hold that for the rest of the game as best as possible. So that is my tips for using Voidwalker, and my tips for holding down Widow's Court and getting a high percentage of wins on this map. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe and give me feedback, and I will see you next time. Peace out.